Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex. Welcome to another video. In today's video, we are talking about the dreadful New York State electric school bus mandate. Now, I don't know if it's just New York State. New York State is where I live.
So today we're very proud to announce that our buses are a part of that energy future. And we are going to be, MTA will be deploying 60 zero-emission electric vehicles across the city. We'll have that in place by the end of the year. And this is all part of MTA's massive equipment to deploy a zero-emission bus fleet by 2040, and on top of our historic $1.1 billion in funding to buy another 500 electric buses. This is extraordinary. No other city is making this level of commitment. We're doing it right here in the state.
But it seems like the state is making districts purchase electric school buses forcefully. As you can see, it says, starting July 2027, all new school buses purchased and leased must be zero emissions. By 2035, all buses on the road should be electric. Now, I'm not completely against electric. We're just not there yet. And back in 2022, I think was when they created this. They're already making 2027 model school buses. We are nowhere close to having this be efficient. There's a video I'm about to watch, but first I want to tell you guys, there was a comparison by a local school district. I think they just shoved it. I think they forcefully made him say this out of his mouth. The administrator, he said that the electric school buses cost $4 to run per mile, I think it said. And then the diesel buses only cost 88 cents per mile. School districts have been asking for waivers/extensions because they're struggling with infrastructure costs, or costs can apply for 2 years extension to the purchasing mandate. Basically, no district wants this. They'll say they want it, but then go behind theirself and vote against it. I've heard from mechanics they're horrible too. So let's watch this video, guys. If you are new to the channel, please drop a like and subscribe. This is a local school bus district, Gates Chi Central School District. I heard on the radio that they were bragging of how their fleet is like 40% electric or something like that. Maybe even more than 40%. Let's watch this.
I understand the governor wants to pretend like she's saving
The governor wants to pretend, he says. He's not wrong.
Planet, and my Democrat colleagues.
Wait, hold on. So he's a Democrat, and he's talking against the Kathy Hochul, the Democratic person in charge.
The same, but this is a multi-billion-dollar boondoggle that is largely unfunded and is really creating havoc in our school districts across New York State.
I mean, we've already seen school districts reject electric bus proposals. So what do you think will happen if that continues? I mean, if their voters are saying, no, I'm not letting you buy these buses.
You can't get something if it's not voted for, that's for sure.
And the state is saying, you got to buy these buses. What happens?
Well, I sent a letter to the governor more than a year ago asking that exact question. What happens to school districts that can't comply?
She's stupid.
What happens to school districts where the voters have said, no, we're not paying for these buses? And I never got an answer from the governor.
We know dozens of...
Of course not. You're just a little puppet in her view. She doesn't care. And that's like not even me choosing sides of a political party. She doesn't care.
Schools have already applied for these waivers or these extensions. Mm-hmm. I think they're hoping that if they kick it down the road a little bit, maybe you...
So basically, eventually, we're going to have to say yes. No.
All in Albany will do something different. Do you think they're...
That's another thing I dislike. On the side of the electric school buses, it says electric school bus like it's some fancy thing. You're not driving a freaking Cadillac.
Do you think there's anything different?
Fun fact, in like West Virginia or Virginia, they have to the buses have to say school bus on the side of them. But
that can be considered.
Well, look, I think we've kicked the can.
So if they want, okay, so my town has probably 65 large buses and 25 small buses. That means if the fleet has to be fully electric in 6 years or 7 or 8 years, they have to install probably over 100 National Grid pumps, or I don't know what the heck they call them. That's going to take a lot more space than what they have. They don't have room for that
down the road
at my district.
Now it's the point where these school districts have to make major decisions on infrastructure.
It's not difficult. Just don't get electric buses. But the governor is just up people's ass.
Budgeting. They've got to order these things well in advance.
That's true. We got a new director in my town. It took 2 years for his buses to come in because they were fully spec'd differently. So that's the video, guys. As you can see, New York is struggling where it doesn't have to be in regards to all school buses purchased by 2027 to be zero emissions. And then the whole entire state's fleet to be fully electric by 2035. Obviously, as you can tell, I'm not very happy about this. It's not going to happen. First off, we have Donald Trump in office. I think he'll probably get rid of that mandate, but yeah, just a school district right near me just tried getting like 4 electric buses, and obviously they were denied. Part of the reason why is because these taxpayers are looking at the cost of an electric school bus up front. Let me show you. As you can see, a new Bluebird electric school bus typically costs about $350,000 to $400,000 or more, which is roughly 2 to 3 times the cost of a traditional diesel school bus, $125,000 to $200,000. While a specific 66 passenger electric school bus isn't highlighted in the search, this range reflects the cost of Type C, which is typically 66 passengers. So upfront cost already, I would say, is tripled than if you were just get a diesel bus. And there's a way to make diesels not as bad for the environment. And believe it or not, these electric buses they're making, they run off a power plant. Nuclear power plants, very toxic. It's not any different, but I just feel like my state, New York, and California, we're just pushing stupid things that don't need to happen. Basically, government-funded bullcrap through the Democrats. I'm not saying all Democrats are bad. I'm not saying all Republicans are good, but to see that Bluebird have only delivered 2,000 electric school buses by late 2024, that just shows the demand is not there. I personally am not fully against electric. Like I said, I think there will be a time someday where you plug it in for 30 minutes and you can drive for 400 miles. All right? And I think they'll somehow be able to consolidate the gas knobs where you plug it in. I actually drove an electric Amazon delivery vehicle. I liked it. I almost forgot I was in an electric vehicle. But the downsides is that I only have 110-mile range, which is horrible. And then it takes 7 hours to charge. But I couldn't even have the heat on if it was cold out. I couldn't even have the AC on if it was warm out. Anything draws electric on those electric vehicles. The blinkers, if you leave your blinkers on. The screen, the radio, it takes electricity to run that. While back in the day, you just had a radio with knobs. Simple. So no, I'm not happy about this. And the way these electric buses look is just ugly. Why are you adding green? Why? It's ugly. Like, why does that have to have a chrome green grille? What? And I would say the average bus is more towards 100,000, not 125. But guys, if you are concerned for the future, please drop a big like, subscribe for more school bus content. Subscribe to never miss out on a brand new video on the channel. Thanks, guys, for watching. It's been real. This is just my 2026 impressions and thoughts on electric school buses. All right, guys. Hopefully that changes someday. I have faith. I'm adapted to try new things. So we'll see. Thanks, guys, for watching. It's been real. It's been Alex. Peace out.